Tifas. Hello, 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 hello.
Stiffers.
Oh, what's going on? You got Mr. B Piffin looking like a blank Discord stream. Let me get that right. There he is. Double glasses, huh?
Yeah, because I'm trying to hide the tears in my eyes.
That's nice. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to week 4 of the Brigade Fantasy Football Show. I am your host, BikeyMrown, with my amazing co-host and Mets fan. Happy Mets fan.
Yes, sir, Mr. B Pippin. What's going on, everybody?
How are you doing? What's going on? Tiffers. Good week for you. You just well, we'll be talking about picks and pick them later, but you know, congratulations in advance. How are we doing, How are we doing tonight, Mr. B?
I'm all right, man. You know, it's a sad week. Fantasy not going the way I wanted to, but it is what it is, right?
It is what it is. Hey, you got a Coke Zero in hand, not sponsored.
Sponsored Coke Zero, you know?
Hey, man, that's actually, that's an upgrade from having a beer in your hand or, some highly caloric drink, he's trying to wash it out for his hand. Coke Zero actually tastes really good, not a plug.
It's actually banging.
It tastes just as good as the actual thing.
I tried that Coke Zero Oreo.
Oh, yeah, what was that?
Yeah, that was terrible.
No, I saw you had that at the game, right? You're at like a Mets game or something?
No. That was just me at work. I just brought one across the street for my pizza. Across from my barbershop, there's a pizzeria. I went and bought one, and it was terrible.
Dang, all right.
I mean, not terrible. It just
did it taste like Oreo? Did it taste like Oreo?
It was like vanilla. It was like Dr. Pepper with a chocolate taste at the end. I don't know.
I don't like my soda. I don't like my soda tasting like chocolate. I need to they need to put it in more stores, but I know that Dr. Pepper Zero exists. I just never see it anywhere. And I don't like diet, that's for sure. Well, anyways, let's get started. We just had 2 Monday Night Football games. I will start off by saying I hate that there's 2 Monday Night Football games and they're on like at the same time. They overlap. Like, what's the point of prime time if you ain't going to give them the prime time?
Yeah. It's tough. I'm glad there's 2 games, but
it's nice to have more football.
At the same time, it's like, it's the same time. It's like, all right, this is not the prime time game. There's 2 games on, so.
Yeah, at least one after the other would be nice, but I get it. They're trying to wait for people to get off work and like stagger and stuff like that. Anyways, we can talk about the first one real quick. We had the Dolphins versus the Titans. Nothing really great other than the fact that Tony Pollard ran in for a 4th down touchdown when the time was low to cover the 37.5 overspread. I don't know who made that call. Why don't they just kneel that down? Not gonna lie, I did have the over though, so it did help me on one of mine, but it was a parlay, so of course one of the legs didn't hit.
Another leg.
yeah. Of course I missed leg, but Dolphins, man, dude, they just look lost. No offense, no touchdowns.
I'm so sick, bro. I don't know why they started Huntley. Like, they had a quarterback in Boyle who was already on the team, who knows the system, who can get the ball out, but.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm hurting. I know you got Tyreek Hill in a lot of your leagues. Obviously, Tyreek Hill, 4 catches, 23 yards, 3 carries, surprisingly, for 19 yards. My boy A-Chain, I gave up the house to get him, and God, the offense just looks terrible.
Yeah, unfortunately, for those who took CMC number 1. Yikes. But for those who took Tyreek Hill number 2 or 3, yikes.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, whoever wasted their, first pick on and they got blessed with like a top pick and they used it on Huntley on Tyreek Hill or on CMC. It's terrible. But it's unfortunate. What's going on,
It's a crazy year of football. It's a crazy year of football. If you look at all the teams that are on top right now, it's really tough, but hey, this is why there's a long year. You got the first half of the season and you got the second half of the season. So we're going to see what happens in the second half.
Yep, still early. Only week 4. I mean, Dolphins, I know they've been hurt, but it was nice seeing, you saw Tua on the sideline. He looks normal. Looks,
let's clap it up for Tua. Let's clap it up.
Yeah. He's unconcussed now, so hopefully,
blessings for him.
Hopefully he's doing well, and if he wants to come back and help A-Chain and Tyreek, up their fantasy value. there's 31 points scored by the Titans here, but nothing like crazy. I mean, Tajay Spears got a touchdown, and Tony Pollard kind of salvaging his night for being the highest scorer with a touchdown at the
Hey,
very
Tony
end
Pollard
there.
by you is still a great pick, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like it. I think he had like what, like a bad game, and he had like a decent.
Yeah, he's been double digits every week, so he's a really good late round pick overall. He's been good to me. Let's go to the second game though of the night, which was way more of a shootout, way more entertaining. Lions versus the Seahawks. 71 total points. Jared Goff throwing perfect. Only threw 18 times, but he connected all 18 times for 292 yards and 2 touchdowns. He even caught a touchdown.
If you look at those stats, 18 for 292 is.
It's insane.
I mean, he's averaging almost like 10 yards a carry, 11 yards. 11
throw.
yards a throw, like which has been probably even more than that.
No, that's more. It's like 15.
Yeah.
15, 16 per throw.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Congrats to Jared Goff for looking like he should. That's what the Lions are expected to be. So.
Yeah, AJ Brown first pick. Yeah, AJ Brown, but he'll be back next week, and he has a good quarterback that's healthy still that can throw them.
It's just a big year of injuries, so like don't be discouraged by your first round pick because a lot of us all took CMC or Tyreek Hill or like as you AJ Brown. It's just a tough year. So
Kenneth Walker, really shitty first half. He only had like 6 yards rushing. Totally goes crazy in the second half. 3 touchdowns. He was, first game back from injury. Didn't know what to expect out of him. Some of you kept him on their bench, and nice to see him come back. I mean, both these teams are really good. I mean, they're really good. Obviously, Geno Smith, I don't know if you really want him throwing 56 times unless you have DK Metcalf.
I mean, one thing I want to say is though, Seahawks are not undefeated no more. It shows like in a tough game, it's really, I feel like in a tough game against a better opponent, it's a little tough for them, but they had a couple opportunities, DK Metcalf from not scoring at the one for him to give him more points, but he had a great game still. 17 points. You're going to be technically over your full point PPR. He had 100 yards. That's what you want from him.
Yeah, your mic changed up. Did you do something to your mic real quick?
Oh, did I touch it?
I think you did, yeah.
Oops, sorry.
No, you're good. You're still. Everybody still heard you. It just turned into like a little white noise in the background. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, DK's been popping out. I mean, obviously no touchdown this game. Inches from touchdown. Inches from helping me win a massive parlay. But it is what it is.
I'm one of those guys. Like I like DK Metcalf as a player. I just don't like him on my fantasy team. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for me, for the past few years, and not just last year or the year before, like, he's not really consistent. But this year, he's been pretty consistent. So,
yeah, last 3 weeks, honestly, he's been really, really popping off.
I traded him away in a couple of leagues because, I feel like he's just not consistent. But he's proved me wrong. So,
over on the Detroit side, we got Jared Goff. Obviously he has his perfect game passing. He also caught a touchdown pass from Amon-Ra. So Amon-Ra credited with a passing touchdown.
Special.
Yeah, a little 4-point special passing touchdown and a receiving touchdown from Amon-Ra there. Jameson Williams caught like a 70-yard catch and run bomb for a touchdown there.
That was nice.
Yeah,
it was literally like a 15-yard throw, and he just took it all the way to the house. So
yeah, he definitely. We have Dominic over in chat. He said, "Would y'all trade Wan'Dale Robinson for Amari Cooper and Javonte? 12-man PPR seems like a yes to me, but want to make sure."
I mean, I would. I mean, you got Amari who's number 1 and Javonte who's splitting carries. He's not a full number 1, but you're getting 2 players who's going to give you over 10 points. I feel so.
Yeah, you got more of a. You kind of dip it in more of a chance. Let me see what's Wan'Dale's stats. I mean, Wan'Dale's number 2. Obviously, he got. I mean, he's been getting. He's averaging like 9-10 targets a game. Opposite of Malik Neighbors, but I mean, I think
I just feel like these next 2 weeks. These next 2 weeks between Seattle and Cincinnati, they're gonna get a lot of throws off. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of scoring, possibly. I mean, who knows? Depending on what defense we're gonna get out of the Giants. But as I'm a Giants fan, so depending on what defense shows up, it can either be a close game or it could be, you know, a blowout, or it could be like a low scoring game. It just all depends.
Yeah, I mean, and Mari Cooper, we know what he could do. It's just a matter of if he can get the damn ball. Honestly, he's got the targets, but I mean, Deshaun Watson just ain't hitting. If you're hurting at running back, it also help you in that sense too a little bit. Just Javonte Williams, he's not, you know, he's not dominating by any means, but he's slightly ahead though. He's slightly ahead on it, battling with McLaughlin. But I mean, yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I'll probably take it. I'll probably take it. Yeah.
By the way, we're both a little under the weather, so if our voices sound a little crazy,
yeah.
It just happens to be we're both under the weather.
Just to preface, so. We're both a little sick, so hopefully.
Hey, Laura.
What's up, Laura?
Right, so Super Saiyan Visca 10.
How do you know he's
after
Super
the big
Saiyan?
Pollard game, I got offered Garrett Wilson for Tony Pollard, half PPR. I mean, I don't know, because like Garrett Wilson I think got one touchdown on the season. Tony Pollard, he's the main running back there. Unless you have better running backs, maybe. But
yeah, I actually like. Yeah, me and Pip were both long on Tony Pollard. We like Tony Pollard.
Yeah,
Tony Pollard's only had one bad game. Yeah. He's only had one bad game last week.
He's consistent. So, and I always say consistency is always the best thing. So.
Yeah, he's been double digits. 14 points or better basically every game, except for last week.
Week 3. So
yeah, but he was going up against the stout defense of the Green Bay Packers.
Got hurt for the game too, so who knows what's going to be the outcome of that. So
yeah, true. I mean, luckily, did Will Levis get out early in that game, or how early in that game was he taken out?
I think it was like before half. They had Mason Rudolph in there. I mean,
okay, and so like, who knows if it's going to be the same situation? I mean, Mason Rudolph's kind of equivalent of Will Levis. He's not Tyler Huntley, or he's not Skylar Johnson or any of those guys. Yeah. So like, I wouldn't feel he's at risk. Starter, so. Yeah, he's not at risk like A-Chain is right now with his running back, which we'll get to later, and my sadness surrounding him. But yeah, I like Tony Pollard honestly. Garrett Wilson, I mean, he's gonna get his. It's just. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna come around. I mean, he probably will come around.
Inconsistent, even last week, even this past week.
Let's just talk about that game.
Yeah, we go there next. Look at the stats for them.
Yeah. So Jets versus Broncos. Go ahead.
No touchdowns.
No touchdowns.
Which is tough. Only touchdown was Bo Nix, and he threw it to Cortland Sutton. And if you really think about it, like Cortland Sutton, he is the number one over in Denver, but with that quarterback situation over there, it's tough, It's really tough. He's only completed 13 passes, I think, was for Bo Nix or something like that. So
yeah,
who knows? Who knows what he's gonna do for the whole year? So
I know. Hey, appreciate that, SSJ. If we're talking Zamir White, then definitely, dude. Oh my God, Zamir White. Wait. Yeah. What did Tifford ask? Oh, would you give Zamir White for Addison? Oh,
I would.
Oh yeah. Other way around, Dominic, right? She's saying she would give up Zamir White and take Addison. Zamir White, if you could get anything for Zamir White, you probably want to take it. I don't know if he's gonna come around, honestly, man. Did he have a good game this week? How did he do this week? I mean, I know the Raiders won against the Browns this week, but Madison's the leading rusher, 5 carries for 60 yards. Zamir White, I mean, probably quote unquote his best game of the week, 17 carries for 50 yards, but nothing in the passing game, no PPR points there. So I mean, you're not really getting much with him. So I mean, you might be able to do something else that might help you out. Zamir White is he's not him. Raiders winning a close game though, 20-16 against the Browns. Nothing too crazy here. They had 8 different guys rush for the ball. Jacoby Myers, 5 catches, 49 yards.
Over there. It's just all crazy.
Brock Bowers, maybe his first quote unquote bad game, but they somehow come out with a win. I know that there was a couple picks from the defense, or there was a pick from the defense that probably, helped turn the tide and help them win that game. Nothing much offensively, at least fantasy wise, on that game.
32 passes for 176 yards is. It's not bad, so.
Yeah, when you compare it to Jared Goff throwing 18 passes for 290. You accepted the trade offer? Yeah. How did I mean, we could talk about that game actually. Wait, what team is Addison's not even on the
Vikings.
is he still on the Vikings?
Yeah, Vikings.
Oh, okay. Man, dude. So what's up, Dan? I know we'll be getting to your score in a bit, man. I thought you were gonna pull off the upset, man. You're supposed to take out the undefeated guy, but we'll get to that soon. Yeah. So Vikings, Packers. Vikings are kicking the Packers' ass, 28-0. Packers coming back in the fourth quarter, all the way back, get within one score. They don't get, they pull to 22-29 after, or 22-28 with a 2-point conversions. Vikings come back, kick a field goal. Packers come back and score again. But they just unfortunately ran out of time. But man, it felt good. The loss doesn't feel as bad. I was really sad the whole first, 2.5 quarters of that game. Packers they had no answer. Jordan Love's first game back as well. So, Jordan Love just came back. He
started off slow, but he came back and he really he really took over. He
3
still
picks.
had a 30-point game, so.
Yeah, 3 picks. I want to say like 2 of those picks weren't even his fault. Just literally tip drill off receivers' hands or off their chest or stuff like that. Those of you that have been sitting patiently holding on to their, to Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed was even doing decent, even with Malik Willis as a quarterback anyways. Like, just not WR1, but for sure with Jordan Love and Jaden Reed, man, it's gonna be a good year. Jaden Reed, 139 yards receiving on 7 catches and a touchdown. Dontavius and Wicks, 2 touchdowns.
He popped off this week, man. He looked good.
Yep, I know Mari in our group has Luke Musgrave, but you might have to, might want to look at the, I know tight ends are tough, but you might want to look into Tucker Kraft. He might be a potential option here now that you have a quarterback back, at the helm with Jordan Love back here. 6 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. They throwing the ball out there in Green Bay, so.
Well, they were down, so they had to really.
Yeah, they were.
Throw the ball a lot, so.
Which kind of hurt Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, which we definitely hurt Josh Jacobs, but
hey, Sarah.
He's still a pass catching back, so it was just they were down a lot, so they had to really cut the yardage in half. So
yeah, Josh Jacobs 4 weeks into the season still without a touchdown. He's had a couple of good games like yardage wise, but man, I keep betting him the last 2 weeks. I've been betting him anytime touchdown, just saying like he's fucking due for a touchdown. He just still doesn't get no touchdown. Over on the Vikings side. And Jettas, you saw that his touchdown catch in the end zone, just filthy. Do you see that? This is, I know it's an NFL podcast, but do you watch that Bama Georgia game? That 17-year-old dude, you saw that catch?
He's nice, man.
Bruh, that spinning catch finds his center and then busts another move on a 1v2 on him.
He did it.
Yeah, it was filthy. But
I mean,
Justin Jefferson
when you got
Jr.
talent, when you got talent, you got talent, and he's showing it over there in Bama. At 17 is crazy. Like, I've never seen anybody under 18 in a college starting roster. So
yeah, that's crazy.
He's doing his thing. I gotta give it up to him as well. So
yeah. Hey, shout out to Sarah. We'll be getting into it soon, but shout out to Sarah for being me in our fantasy football league. And that's why you lost your top fan, number 1 top fan spot. Actually, when I just changed the order of the names around when I made that post earlier about our top fans over on the Facebook page. And yeah. Sorry, my bad. Tiffers is here. We can't go without talking about our Thursday night football game. Closer game than I thought it was gonna be, honestly. Just me personally, but that's the silver lining. But I mean, I'm sure you truly believe that they could have beat them, and they had chances to as well. You want to talk about it?
No, they had chances to win. Unfortunately, they had chances to win. The Cowboys weren't at their best. Honestly, they weren't at their best.
Nice,
and we had an opportunity to beat them. Have a good night, Sarah. We had an opportunity to beat them, and we didn't, unfortunately. So that was tough.
Daniel Jones,
he threw good, but unfortunately, the throws that we needed, he didn't make. We had a couple of deep ball. We had a free play.
Yeah.
Wide open deep ball, and he underthrew it. And obviously, we got the yards for the flag, but that could have been a touchdown that we could have gotten. It's little things like that you don't take advantage of that, that could hurt you. So.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of every drive on fire. And as soon as they get closer to the inside, 40 or the 30 or even in the red zone. It's like, just can't finish, man. You guys 5 field goals.
In that first drive, we had a face mask call that wasn't even on us. It was because of the defense face mask our guy, and the ref called it against the offense. It was a bad call by the ref, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't blame the ref because you get fined, and I don't want to get fined. I don't got money anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna find this podcast and find you, and they're gonna be like, yo, the NFL fines Mr. B Piffin.
Imagine that.
$1,000 for throwing shade. Dude, how about the dynamic duo of Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson? 23 combined receptions.
Malik Neighbors, and he got the number 1 on, and he's the number 1 receiver in the league right now. So yards, receptions, but
as a rookie,
no touchdown. Yeah, as a rookie, but no touchdowns.
Yeah,
so
no touchdowns, but
he still got you 23.
If you're full PPR, yep.
Yeah, if you're full PPR.
Even if you're half PPR, you still get 16, 17 points from him. Like, he's solid. Killing it, man. Those of you that took a risk on him, a lot of people took risk on him on like 3rd, 4th round pick, and I mean, some people took him earlier maybe, but like,
he's getting the ball.
He's living up to the name.
Yeah, he's if when you're the number 1, they got to throw you the ball. Unfortunately, I don't know why it's not happening on other teams where the number 1 isn't getting the ball. Like, Devontae
Adams, Mark Cooper. Well, he's kind of getting. I think there's that internal struggle over there, and with Devontae Adams though. He might be throwing shade. I don't know. You've been hearing the coach throwing shade too. Your boy Devin Singletary, not too good of a game though.
Yeah, you had to bench him this week. I guess even though they say the Cowboys had the worst rush defense in the league.
Yeah.
The Giants don't rush the ball enough, to make progress. So, and then it's not good for the Giants right now. We should have beat the Commanders. We could have been 2-2. We could have won this game. We could have been 3-1 if you want to be technical. But the Giants are beating themselves more than they're losing to other people. Is how I look at it.
Yeah,
they're beating themselves instead of losing to others. So,
but hey, it's still early though. 1-3 is not the worst thing in the world. Cowboys are barely 2-2, so still in there.
We play Cincinnati, and I think we play the Seattle next week. So they're tough teams, but I feel like it's a team that we could keep up with.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Brandon Aubrey, Tiver's saying, missed the first 50+ yard field goal of his career. To make sure the spread, the 5.5 point spread didn't get cleared there. So shout out to Brandon Aubrey for ruining a lot of people's parlays on purpose, of course, because he doesn't miss those. He would have missed that on accident. That's for damn sure.
If you look at the video, it looks like the ball just cut on its own.
I wonder if they, maybe they have like a fan, and they put a fan up there. They got a magnet up there. They just kind of like,
it's not even a ball. It's a remote control football.
It's crazy how a lot of these games, just like the lines, it's literally right on the line. Like the points are on the money. Obviously, they have their estimations based on statistics and stuff like that. But it makes you think.
Bengals. We can do Bengals.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah. All right, Bengals versus Panthers. Bengals coming through a 34-24 victory, their first win of the season. Obviously against the Carolina Panthers, not like it's crazy, but it kind of is crazy with the Carolina Panthers actually scoring nowadays. The boy Chuba Hubbard looking good, back-to-back games now for
Chuba, man. He's a good pickup. I had him in a couple of leagues, and I dropped him in a couple of leagues because it was taking a while for him to get started. And I said to myself when I dropped him, he's gonna be a sleeper. He's gonna come back and bounce back. But I let him go too early.
Yeah, another waiver wire pickup of the week from last week, in my opinion. Deontay Johnson.
Definitely.
Leading receiver, 7 catches, 83 yards, and a tutty. He's going to be the number 1 target over there. Leggett might get a look at too. No Thielen, he's on IR.
Leggett looked good. He looked good. He had 6 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. And I think he's a rookie. I'm not 100%. I can't remember. I think he was last year.
Is he? He's definitely young though. Yeah.
What does it say on his bio? Does he have any? Does it say or no?
23 years old, University of South Carolina.
No.
First round of 2024. Yep, he's a rookie.
Yeah. So he's a rookie. He's still getting into the system, but he looked good this week.
Mm-hmm.
He looked real good.
Crooners over there says, "What's to do with A-Chain? I am in the same boat as you in another league, and you gotta wait till Tua comes back.
A-Chain,
Honestly,
you worried about A-Chain? I'm worried about Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill and A-Chain. That Miami's in shambles right now. Whether you have A-Chain, Tyreek Hill, or even Waddle. Honestly, you just gotta. Hopefully, some good news comes out about Tua. Tua was shown on the sideline in tonight's. No, was it tonight's game? Yeah, in tonight's game.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a good sign for him. Hopefully, obviously, he has no timetable for return, but IR means 4 weeks usually. So, hopefully by what is that, week 6? So you got a couple of weeks to wait. If you decide to trade him, man, it's gonna be hard. It's hard to trade when a guy has a bad game, obviously. So you'll have to kind of play away and see your approach. Obviously, he's probably just gonna be a hold for you for now. You might.
Yeah, I mean, he's a starter, so you gotta keep him. You know what I'm saying? He's a starter.
Yeah,
you gotta keep him. I mean, if somebody's willing to trade you for him and it's a decent trade, I mean, take advantage of it. But
yeah, if you get
but he's still he's a tough call right now. So
yeah, because I did the opposite, where he was started off hot and I bought him hot, with I thought he had higher potential than Derrick Henry, and now look at Derrick Henry. So, I mean, hold on to him. If you can, unless you could get something good for him. But it's gonna be hard. You're gonna get lowballed by a lot of trade offers.
And then we got Joe Burr with 22 passes for 31 yards, and for 22 passes on 31 attempts for 232 yards. He did have a pick at the later in the game, but
they already had a comfortable lead.
Hopefully they'll bounce him back. This is 2 weeks. I mean, if you're gonna be talking, this is 3 weeks in a row where they threw the ball a lot, and he looked good, but they finally got a win on this one. Lost to the Chiefs, and then the next week I forgot who they lost to last week, unfortunately. But this week they get in there. They're trying to get there. They're trying to find their way back. It's still early in the year, so
he nubbed. Yeah, T. Higgins, most receptions. He caught 6 passes for 60 yards. Jamar Chase, another week, another touchdown for him. So it's nice to see him starting to pay his dividends.
Did you see
3 catches too? No, was it pretty sick?
He caught something over the middle. He ran into somebody. He broke off the tackle and took it up the sideline. It was crazy. It was it was a hard fought touchdown. It wasn't like a goal line touchdown. It was.
Your mic did the thing again.
Oh man.
Why are you touching things? Hello, Sunshine Cat. Should I trade AJ Brown for Metcalf and Pittman? PPR redraft. You're 1-3.
Yeah. I mean, you got 2 starters.
I mean, honestly, you know what? It might be worth it because, obviously Metcalf, I think he continues to play really well. And I think Pittman, I don't know how long, what's the injury status on Anthony Richardson actually? Because if Richardson's out, Pittman's stock goes up, but I don't know if,
they got Joe Flacco playing and he looked good. So
his day to day though, damn it. But I hope, who knows?
Joe Flacco looked good. He was throwing the ball around and it was consistent. So
yeah, if Joe Flacco's at quarterback, then Michael Pittman Jr.'s stock goes up. Otherwise, Pittman's been straight ass so far this season. Obviously, he had a good game this week. Metcalf can compete with AJ Brown though, I think, in general. So you might have some sleeper potential on the back end with Pittman. I'm not sure if you're hurting at wide receiver, then it might be worth it. But I don't know how AJ Brown's coming back next week. Or it's a hamstring injury, so hamstring injuries are always tough.
Yeah, we say it every week. Those hamstrings linger, man. Those calves, hamstrings.
Yeah, very easy for him
lingering injuries to re-aggravate. So.
Yeah, he could re-aggravate that any moment. So honestly, it might be good riddance. Not saying that AJ Brown's gonna suck. Obviously, he's gonna do well whenever he's healthy and in the game, but he can easily re-aggravate it. Just because hamstring injuries are very, very sensitive. So if you want the safer pick, I would personally do that trade. Just because I like Metcalf. I think he's gonna maintain. Jamar Chase TD. How do you scream at your TV? Oh yeah. Are you are you a fan?
Nah, it was a good touchdown. It was pretty sick. So that was cool.
Yeah, Zach Moss getting vulture for 2 touchdowns from Chase Brown. Zach Moss had a good week last week, popped off pretty well, and then
he had a good week still. He had
Yeah.
a touchdown this week. He had a couple
Oh,
passes.
he had a receiving touchdown. So Zach Moss still looking good. Good pickup.
He's
Chase Brown. I mean, he might be. I don't know if he's somebody to roster.
Guy, but,
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 15 carries, 80 yards. Zach Moss a little bit better in the passing game.
Chase Brown. I had Zach Moss. He had Chase Brown. He started him.
Oh no way!
And he ended up winning because Chase Brown had 20-something points. Ridiculous.
That's kind of crazy that he kept up with him. Sorry, what was the last game we want to cover? We want
the Eagles Bucks.
Yeah, Buccaneers. Oh yeah, and we also got to talk about Jaden McDonald's. But we got the Buccaneers putting an ass whooping to Philadelphia Eagles, moving to 3-1. Last week Tampa Bay kind of embarrassed themselves. Who did they lose to last week? They didn't look good last week, but they kind of
they lost to the Broncos last week, bro.
Yeah, losing to the Broncos last week. Pretty crazy on their end.
They should be 4-0 right now.
Yeah, they should be. Yep. Then they smack on the Eagles. They were actually winning. Yeah, they're winning by 20. It was 24-7 at half, and they cooked them, man. Baker Mayfield's looking good. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Rashad White, but Bucky Irvin coming in there and running with him.
The same amount of yards, the same amount of carries.
Yeah, both of them 10 carries, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Mike Evans, nice to see the boy bounce back. He had 2 rough games, started off the season hot, 2 rough games, bounces back with 8 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Chris Godwin, standard, probably average for him, 6 for 69, no touchdown. First game of this year without a touchdown for him. Over on the Eagles side, we got Goddard, leading receiver, 7 catches, 62 yards. This game, Devontae Smith was out. Is this the game that he got hurt, or no? He got hurt last week, right? Was the concussion last week, or was this?
No, he was last week. He got hurt.
Yeah, so I mean, Philly without their top 2 receivers, kind of hurt them there. They're able to lock down Saquon. Saquon with his Saquon technically with his worst game of the season. Still over 100 yards total rushing and receiving. He only carried the ball 10 times and he got 84 yards. Kind of crazy. Yeah, but they were down. They're down quick.
He had like a 60-yard touchdown run too, or something like that. So that kind of saved them as well.
Exactly. Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield making the Buccaneers look good. I know there were some harsh words. I think there was an interview of Baker Mayfield was talking about how being in the locker room with Tom Brady was everybody was always stressed out and shit or whatever. But then Tom Brady came around and was talking about well, if you're trying to be a champion, you gotta push everybody to their limits and a little bit past that. But maybe Baker Mayfield's strategy works too. We'll see.
Tom Brady won a chip the first year in Tampa Bay, so
exactly.
Jaden McDonald.
You need a tight end. Yeah, you need a tight end that scores more than 5 points. I think everybody needs a tight end that can score more than 5 points.
Tight ends are garbage.
All right, let's go talk about the 3-1 Washington Commanders. The boy Jaden McDonald's, aka Jaden Daniels, continuing his impressive rookie career. He has the highest completion rate of any rookie in history over the first 4 games of their career. 26 for 30, 233 yards, 1 touchdown.
He's consistent, man.
Yeah,
it's just crazy how consistent he is.
Yeah, exactly.
He had a pick, but he had a pick, but he usually throwing. He's usually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. You touched your thing again.
Oh, did
I? Are you good? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, he's usually consistent. So
yeah, Jaden Daniels 8 carries for 47 yards as well and a touchdown. Who the hell is Jeremy McNichols? I assume he was the backup filling in for the injured Austin Eckler. Comes in and vultures 2 touchdowns. Probably not vulture because he had 8 carries for 68 yards. So they must have been some beefy runs they had there. Brian Robinson, also a good game there. 21 carries, 100 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
He broke one, I think, or something like that. He broke one out and had a 30-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, scary Terry after a slow start too. I'm not gonna lie, I wrote him off because Jaden McDaniels wasn't throwing as much. But bam, man, back to back weeks, touchdowns for him. Over on the Cardinals, wasn't looking too good. James Conner had a good game. 18 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown there, along with a catch for 9 yards. I mean, I don't know what happened there. What happened this game? How did they lose by this much?
They just didn't look good. Honestly, the defense didn't look good. The offense wasn't connecting well.
Mm-hmm. They got scored on. 42 points dropped on their heads. So.
James Conner looked good. He was running. I mean, if your running back is getting 100 yards rushing, it's tough to understand why you lost. So
yeah. You want to briefly touch on your boy Mondre over here, man?
I benched him this week, so
sorry.
Had to bench him this week. Back-to-back weeks against the top defenses in the league, so I wasn't expecting him to do much. So
nah, that makes sense. 49ers look good, bouncing back. I mean, you're hearing the news about CMC having tendonitis in both his legs now. So those of you that have Jordan Mason, you might have him for the whole year, which would be a blessing for those of you that kept them and didn't trade him away like I did, to try to secure some value while he was around, expecting CMC to come back. You got George Kittle with a touchdown catch over like 5 defenders for them there. I mean,
Juan Jennings still getting a lot of yards.
Yeah,
a little bit of catches, but I think they started sitting their guys. Well, not sitting, but they started just running the ball nonstop after a while. So
they gained the lead and just ran the ball after that.
Ayuk, boomer bust, man. Like what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Is Brandon Ayuk on the trading block? He's definitely on the trading block. It's just like, what can you get from him, man? This guy just got paid so much money, and it's like, what are you gonna do with him? Like,
I mean, Debo's back. He just came back off an injury.
And still doing better than him. Yeah, I mean, Ayuk's had his chances, man. He might not be who we thought he was. I don't know, man.
I'm not trading for A-Chain at all. Denny says Dobbins and JMO for A-Chain. I'm not. I mean, if you're giving up A-Chain, cool. But if you're getting A-Chain,
what? You don't think so? What? It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, so it's kind of tough because I did one of those trades for A-Chain as well. The thing about A-Chain though is that you don't know when Tua's coming back. So you gotta know when Tua's coming back. Once you find out when Tua's coming, I assume that the Dobbins and JMO are probably on your bench if you're 4-0, and your team's probably pretty good. You probably got Dobbins and JMO on your bench anyways, but we do have bye weeks coming up. So once bye weeks start rolling in, starting next week, you're going to kind of want that depth on your bench. And then, if you don't have that, I'm not sure what the rest of your roster looks like, but JMO, are you talking about Jameson Williams? I mean, man, he's been balling.
A deep ball.
Yeah.
Deep ball, so
he finds a way to salvage all. Yeah, he finds a way to salvage his games every week. I mean, even today he only had 2 catches and it was like 80 yards. One of them was a 70-yard touchdown. So I mean, like, you gotta think about that. I mean, I don't know if it's like if Jameson Williams is kind of like the meme, like he can't keep getting away with this. Like he just finds some way to he makes a big play like every game to where he just ends up getting double-digit points, which it's happened more than once. It's happened for 4 weeks. So I mean. You got St. Brown. Oh, and if you have St. Brown, it might help you diversify your team a little bit more. I don't know who are your bench. I guess the thing is you're gonna lose out on another option for your receivers. Because if you're running, I don't know if you run JMO at flex, then who's gonna backfill that? It's 12-team league. I mean, it's 12-team league. I assume because it looks pretty thin up there. You trade K9 right before week 4. That hurts Joseph. But I mean, he's coming off injury, but man, I hope you got something good for him.
Yeah, that's tough to trade Kenneth Walker, but
Jameson, Odunze. Did Odunze do good this week? I know he did good last week. I mean, the Bears won this week. The Bears won this week. We could double check real quick. We got the Bears. Dunze looks like he's nowhere to be seen. 1 catch for 10 yards. Yeah, you don't have. The thing is, you don't have the depth, right? So like, if you're cool with 12-man leagues, it's hard because you got to have some team depth, especially starting next week, because next week starts the bye weeks, and depending on how all your buys stack up, man. Depending on how your buys buy stack up, then that'd probably be kind of what helps you make your decision on that there. What's up, Mr. Luna? Man, we're gonna talk about you in a bit, Mr. Luna. Can't believe you did this to us. Can't believe you let Fantastic do that to you. I guess last game would be Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football, man. Derrick Henry, 1 yard shy of running for 200 yards, 24 carries, 199 yards, and a touchdown.
He went off this week. He had a good week this week.
Yeah, he popped off. I mean, Lamar Jackson, or 6 carries, they ran all over him. It's kind of similar. I feel like, obviously, the less mobile quarterback version of Detroit Lions. Like but there's two main people that run the ball, like Gibbs and Montgomery. But over here, you got Derrick Henry, who's a beast. This man's should be on like his down. He should be falling out of his career right now, basically. He should be on past his peak and on his way out, but he still finds a way to get it done, man. They just feed him the ball. Justice Hill, too, back up there. 6 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, the most catches, man. He was going off this week, too.
Yeah.
So many catches out the backfield.
Yeah, shout out to our boy, Mark Andrews, 0 catches for 0 yards. And, in case you wanted the better tight end, on the team, Isaiah Likely. Well, don't worry, he's not that much better. You get 1 catch for 26 yards on that. What's up, Brett? Yeah, man, it's tough. You got 4 stars, have bye. Well, I guess if you stack all your bye weeks, then you don't have to worry about it too much, right? Just stack them all and just tank 1 game. Over on the Bills side, James Cook did not cook this week, unfortunately. Yeah, 9 carries, 39 yards. They were playing from behind, so they had to throw a little bit more. But they just never really seemed like they were in contention. I thought they were going to make a run in the second half. But nothing really there, man. You good over there?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh, what happened? Your headphones are off.
I just keep hearing.
Somebody calling for you, what?
I just hear my dog barking.
Oh, somebody, you need to go check something? You good?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right. Well, Mr. B goes and checks out that stuff. I'll go move over to our fantasy team. I guess our lineups here. We'll let you talk about your game. Do you have to go check?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, cool. All right, let's switch over to. I might be on the wrong one. Here we go. Let's go over here. We're going to check out our matchups for the week. We had week 4 of our Brigade Fantasy Football League. So this is the league for our community. 12 members of the community. They are all returning from last year. So this is year 2 of the Brigade Fantasy Football League. We can start with your boy. I started off the league, the Demario Douglases, which I do not have Demario Douglas anymore. But I started the season. Started season 2-0, and I am just pulling my hair right now because I don't know what to do. Give me your suggestions, chat, because we got Built Like Java over here beating my ass by 25 points here. The CJ Stroud, Nico Collins combo for her, just too much for my team to overcome. My running back game, Breece Hall putting up major doo-doo numbers. 2.8 points. Josh Jacobs, not so great either. I mean, like I said, Josh Jacobs, man, he's getting like points and stuff like that. He just gets no touchdowns, which really hurts me. It was nice to see Jayden Reed come back, though, putting up the majority of the points for my team. That
was a good start. I mean, it was tough to call. I mean, with
I threw him in flex. Back, exactly. I threw him in flex like last minute. Kyler Murray, obviously not too great of a game. Zach Ertz.
Who is Naylor?
I think that's the rookie. That's the rookie receiver for Minnesota, right?
I mean,
just need to be dropped. I don't know, man. Just maybe Aaron Rodgers seemed a little fired up in his post interview. Talking about I think the coach was talking about doing less cadences because they had like 5 false starts or something like that this week when they hadn't done that all season. We'll see about that. You know, my pick of the week, Deontay Johnson, came through for me. I was happy with that. I'm pretty happy with my receivers this week, but man, my running back game is pretty trash.
Olave had a good
yeah,
had a good week. He almost had a touchdown, but the guy was draped all over.
Yeah, Olave's been coming around, man. He's. I was worried about the first 2 weeks, you know, or well, pretty much first 2 weeks, 2 points, then 10 points. But the last couple weeks, you know, if he could give me solid double digits going forward, you know, I just need him to get a few touchdowns, and we'll be all right. Over on Bet Like Java side, aka Sarah. I mean, the CJ Stroud, Nico Collins combo. She's a Houston Texan fan, so you know, coming through for her. They're looking nice together. Nico Collins, he's up there. He might be. Was he number 2 maybe in points?
Yeah, he might be number 1.
He might be number 1 after this week. Yeah,
I faded him big time this year in fantasy.
Yeah, because like, so many targets.
You know, Diggs, him, Dell, Mixon. Mixon's hurt. Tank Dell. You know, he's just a slot. He's not Stephon Diggs, but. Yeah, I mean, Nico Collins, he is the number 1. He's Stroud's favorite target over there. So
yeah, you got Kieran Williams, you know, putting up numbers too.
Over there, man.
He's looking good. He's
no Cup, no Puka, so somebody's gotta get the ball, right?
Exactly, and luckily their quarterback is healthy, so you know they still got to respect the run and respect the pass. That opens that up. She also has Sam Darnold on her bench. I mean, Sam Darnold, man, he's if Sam Darnold is available in any of your leagues.
Yeah, he might be the pickup.
He's got if you didn't, if you didn't pick him up last week when we told you to, maybe he's available. He might not be, but now you're gonna be fighting for him. Should have started Josh Downs. Yeah, so if she would have started Josh Downs over Naylor, then I would have lost by 40 points instead. Thanks, Timbers.
I mean, Pittman had 14 points. So
yeah.
6 receptions for 113, but he's not consistent, so you can't start him. You know, it's a tough pick.
I know,
and
man.
McBride, who was high on everybody's list.
He was a scratch. So yeah, he was out for this week. So I had to pick up Zach Ertz, which I'm not mad about. Zach Ertz hitting 5.7 points. Honestly, when it comes to freaking tight ends this year, it's just like I just want somebody that could put up over 5 points every week.
Yeah, you need any points to go.
Yeah. My bench really wouldn't have been much help. My bench got outscored as well. My team just in shambles right now. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I even made a trade in this league yet, but I think Breece Hall's been carrying me up to this point, and then now, you know, back-to-back weeks I've lost it, man. I'm down to 2-2 now. Moving down the leaderboard. I was still, you know, I was 2-0 at first. Let's go to our we'll go your game later, Dan, because your game is kind of game of the week. Let's go check out we got Casey going up against Robert over here. Casey gained the narrow win, pushing both these teams to 2-2 now. Casey gets the win here. Robert gets the loss here.
Anthony Richardson is a killer.
Anthony Richardson is a killer, man. Anthony Richardson, he wishes he had Sam Darnold right now. You know, it sucks for him over there. He does have probably the best receiving core in our league, or one of the best receiving cores. He has Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf. Jonathan Taylor keeps popping off too every week.
He got a mild high ankle sprain, so let's see what happens with him.
Oh, Taylor? Yeah, we'll see how he does. He's going with his boy Javonte Williams, who's, you know, he's not much of he's more of like a flex, but you know, when you don't have running backs, he needs to probably trade for him. Goddard still looking good. Higgins decent. You know, not double digits, but he's decent. Over on Casey's side, even with Saquon having, you know, his worst game of the season, Zach Moss still keeping up with his consistency. He's able to really make it up. I mean, the defense, it looks like the defense was really the difference for him. Cleveland putting up 11 points to Houston, 2 points there. Everywhere else, Mike Evans obviously bouncing back, having a decent game.
Yeah, that's huge.
I'm surprised he started. I mean, I'm not surprised he started Demarcus Robinson, but because there's no other weapons to throw to over in LA. But you know, that's a flip play there. He did have Baker Mayfield on his bench, putting up 28.88 points.
I mean, that's rough. Nobody thought that was gonna happen. So
yeah, I was about to say, wow, Justin Tucker put up 12.5 points. Trey Tucker over there in Vegas putting up some points. You know, even if Robert started, maybe if he started Christian Kirk, Christian Kirk would help him get the job done. Honestly, Anthony Richardson just killed him this game here, and he takes the L.
It's just tough to quarterback gets hurt. First half.
Yeah, Crooners. Do I trade AJ Brown for Kenneth Walker at third and London or Olave?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like that trade. How are you doing? Right? What are your current running backs right now that you have? Because if you need a second or third running back, definitely, I would do that trade.
If you need a flex, you definitely gotta take him.
AJ Brown's gonna be good for sure, but you're just gonna carry the risk of that hammy being re-aggravated at any point in the season. Hamstring injuries are hard to get over. What's up, Dave? So unlucky. Who's unlucky? Is it you? Where are you at? Let's see. Let's go. How about you? Let's go. You. Oh my God. Oh shit. All right, let's go. Mississippi Pippin. Moving to 3-1 now. Tell us about your game here.
Oh man, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase coming through for me big time. And then Kamara and Chuba Hubbard, baby. Chuba Hubbard.
That Chuba Hubbard pickup, honestly, is.
I started your boy, Mario Douglas.
Bro, I forgot to text you on Sunday morning because I saw that transaction go through in the league. I was like, this motherfucker's taking my guy. I wish he would have popped off for you too. I would have been like, you guys were hating on my Demario Douglas, but he got you 2.8 points.
Like a week ago, so he was getting a lot of targets. So I was like, let me try to get him, but that Niners defense is too much.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, only 3 targets. I mean, he caught all 3 of his targets. So I mean, it's just they didn't get much going over there.
Defense is crazy.
Yeah, over on Edward, defending champion, moving to 1-3. Edward,
he was supposed to get 79. He got. He was supposed to get 96. He only got 79.
Edward underperforming against his projected there. Piffin's just slightly overperforming. Gesicki, who had been pretty good throughout the season so far, pretty solid, going for one catch for like negative. I think it was like one catch for like -9 yards. So we're half PPR, so that got him a cool -0.4. James Cook, obviously, and A-Chain, both of them having bad games. The double whammy there, not looking good for him. CeeDee Lamb, good game for him. Xavier Worthy, stock is rising for that man, obviously, after the Rashee Rice injury. We'll be talking about that here in a bit with some of our other games we talk about. Yeah, man, his team ain't like good. He also has Carson Steele too, man. I have Carson Steele in a couple leagues.
Oh, bro, I've messed up.
Killed my vibe.
Yeah, I started Carson Steele too, and then
I started him. Yeah.
I had somebody else I could have started, but I thought they were gonna be hurt and we weren't. So
yeah. So I mean, Edward might have to make some moves around here, man. I might have to trade this man for A-Chain. I don't know. I don't even know if I want A-Chain though now after seeing what happened these last 2 weeks, man. Freaking 20 points, 26 points, and then a combined 11, 12 points last 2 weeks. It's tough luck, tough to see. But
tough.
Maybe it might be a good time to trade for A-Chain, honestly. Even though Piffin says don't trade for him because he doesn't like him because he has Tyreek Hill every league and he is also sad. But you gonna trade Tyreek Hill then or what? You want to trade?
I'll trade you Tyreek Hill. You can have that bum.
Oh, okay. Do you have him in our league?
No. Dan Luna has him.
Oh, well, Dan Luna has him, and he almost beat the undefeated team this week. But let's go back to let's go to our. Somebody had a bye week over here. It looks like, I don't know. Tiffers, you want to explain your matchup here? Battle of the 2 low scores of the week. It looks like,
she had the right lineup in.
Yeah.
She had Allen, London, Cooper. Allen with 7 points is just crucial. That's just terrible.
Yeah, Josh Allen really pooping the bed for Monty's majestic team. Amari Cooper coming off, he's kind of hit or miss now. It's all dependent on if Deshaun Watson could throw the ball. Bijan been a real disappointment. I feel like Bijan might be on the trading block for me in general. Like for leagues, if you have Bijan, because he's just like, I don't know. He's just mediocre, man. He's just mediocre. He's just hovering around 10 points every game, I feel. Like, I mean, like he's consistent, but he's not consistently where he needs to be.
He's a top 10 pick, and he's only getting you under 15.
Exactly.
It's not enough.
Yeah, first round pick. Yeah, you got Tony Pollard putting up more points than him. She's still riding the wave with Luke Musgrave. I might have to text her. So hey, make a roster move. You know, bye weeks are coming up soon too, so she needs to swap out. Yeah, she didn't swap out Tank Dell either. So it looks like Tiffer's got a free week this week. You know, she didn't have to do much. Jalen Hurts got his. Aaron Jones revenge game against the Packers. You know, putting up some points there. That Young Ho putting up 10 points, kicking points, and this is a Nerf league too. So I don't know how much points.
Yeah,
in
like
a standard, in a standard,
in a regular league.
Yeah, in a stand. So we have Nerf kickers in this league. So yeah, so whoever has Young Ho, man, you know what they say. My old ho was boring, but my young ho cool. Dallas defense, you know, not doing so great. I have them in another league. Let's see. What did Monica done?
I don't think they got more than 5 points all year. It's crazy.
First week only. Then weeks 2 and 3 they had negative points, and then this week they got 4 points. So the Dallas, that mighty Dallas defense that everybody talks about is not really defending much.
Pickens,
yeah.
Stuff.
We got the video over here saying, should I trade JSN and likely for Charbonnet? You have Jonathan Taylor. He had an ankle sprain, so you're kind of worried.
Because Kenneth Walker's back, so you can't trade for Charbonnet now.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker's back. Honestly, that guy's probably just trying to get something out of Charbonnet. He'll probably end up dropping him, or unless he's trying to hold him as a handcuff on a roster spot. Otherwise, you know, Charbonnet's not. I mean, he still put up points today, but I don't know. I mean, Isaiah likely isn't gonna do shit anymore. Exactly. He was the hot pick of week 1. They're just running the ball
down everybody's throat.
Yeah, so I mean, he doesn't really have value. I guess if you would rather have Charbonnet than JSN, then I guess you could do it. You could do it. I mean, he's been getting a lot of catches. I think he had like 6 catches today, or tonight.
X said, should I give up Ayuk? There's Leggett, Wandell, and Josh Downs on waiver. I mean, I wouldn't give up Ayuk, but I would try to pick up one of those guys on waiver for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wandell probably my favorite, not because I'm a Giants fan, but I think he's getting a lot
because
of targets.
He's a Giants fan.
He's getting a lot of targets because, you know, Neighbors is getting double teamed for the most part. So
yeah, they're kind of in the same spot, right? Because Leggett has Deontay Johnson on as that's their number 1. I don't know when you know, I don't know how long Thielen's gonna be out. He pulled a hammy too, so he's kind of like AJ Brown situation. So probably 4 to 6 weeks. But yeah, Wandell's probably the best bet. I mean, he had 11 catches this week. I don't know if I drop Ayuk though. I think you try to hold him or try to package him with someone decent to try to upgrade a roster spot. I don't think you let him go for free though, just because his name holds a lot of value. Just as a person, he's probably like high. Like if you check his percent roster, he's probably still over 90% rostered. So, you probably want to run. Yeah, I don't know if you drop him. You try to find somebody else to drop, or you try to trade his
for sure.
Stack Ayuk with like somebody else and try to get like a more consistent receiver, if you will. Likely getting more targets than Andrew. Yeah, he's getting one more target. He gets one more catch than Andrews every game. Andrews gets 0 catches and likely gets 1 catch. So either way, those guys aren't even on train block. Those guys are just gonna get dropped. I would just drop likely if you have him basically.
He's tough to call. He's inconsistent. So.
Yeah, Marty could have started George Pickens, I guess, instead of Tank Dell, who was out, or Tyjae Spears, who got a touchdown tonight, but. Yeah, she wouldn't have been able to catch Tiffers over here, you know, with this low scoring affair. 63 to 80 or 63 to 83 there. Should we do see, there's two close games of the week. Who do we go with? Dave versus How, or we do
I think we do Fantastic first since the other game is higher scoring.
All right, let's go. Fantastic, undefeated Fantastic versus Mr. Dan Luna, aka Over the Hill, Big Kaluna. What do you have to say about your game? Whoa.
Man,
pretty good game.
It was a good game. I mean, Tyreek Hill, man, he's a killer. He's a killer to all. unfortunately. So he's hurting with no quarterback over there. Ramondre, it's another one who's on a tough schedule right now. He's playing top defenses. Parkinson, I'm surprised he even started that guy, which is crazy. But
yeah, I think it was a plug and play. Let's see, who's your actual? He's not your starting. He can't be your starting tight end. Don't tell me he's your starting tight end. Taysom Hill, yeah. Didn't you pick up Taysom Hill off the waivers? I'm surprised you didn't plug and play him. Taysom Hill.
I mean, I would start that guy. He's a QB tight end. He always gets the goal line touches. So.
Yeah, exactly. Dang, dude, goes down. Mr. Fantastic actually came back, if you think about it, because he had David Montgomery, JSN playing tonight. So, between the two of those guys.
Derrick Henry going crazy this week.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. Sorry. Ooh, my throat's dry. Fantastic, man. He's finding a way to win. He's just has the right combination of points in the right matchup that he just wins, baby. And he freaking just wins. And with 2 minutes left, you're ahead. What they do hand it out. I know, because Jason, he caught he was at 43 yards. I think he got one reception for 8 yards on that final drive there, and that's probably what put him over the top there. Damn. I mean, battle between two of our best teams in our league, first and second place right there. And that's a tough one. Mr. Luna. You would have been able to leapfrog Fantastic here. But Fantastic moves to undefeated.
Undefeated, fantastic.
The only undefeated team in our league. This is a guy that was finished I think 8th or 9th place last year. So he's off to a great start here, even with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, who hasn't really been doing too great. But David Montgomery, a touchdown animal, literally almost guaranteed a touchdown every game. Derrick Henry popping off. Stephon Diggs is also a touchdown animal, actually, for at Houston, which is pretty surprising, given the target split over there. But no Tank Dell. Yeah, I mean, Big Kaluna can't wait for Tua to come back any sooner over there. Let's see. Yeah. All right. And for our highest scoring matchup and closest game of the week, by a margin of 0. Quick math. 0.92 points. We got Mr. Howe, the defeated Hawk Tua, beating Dave, who was in 4th place at 2-1 by less than a point here. Was it decided on tonight's game?
Let me see. Oh yeah,
Amon Ra,
Kenneth
Laporta,
Walker, Gibbs.
Oh man, he had everybody on this one. Oh my God, how many points was he? Were you ahead by Dave heading into this game?
Yeah,
He had Amon Ra, Kenneth Walker, and Laporta. All he just needed. His projected price showed him he probably was projected to lose 100%, and then you got Kenneth Walker coming back and dropping 3 touchdowns, 31 points on his head. He has Rashee Rice getting hurt, which is a huge hit for Dan because his team, we were complimenting how good his receiving core, his team is nice. Jaden McDonald's, it's a little 25 points. So Jordan Love and Kenneth Walker coming back for Hawk Tua just in time to beat you. Damn. He thought it was a done deal. You thought this was over? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, that game was such a high scoring game. Like I said, 71 points scored there. Shoot, Hawk Tua might be back in business. He might be able to make a run here. He's still
for sure.
He still got some ass in his roster with Keenan Allen in there, but yeah, he'd even played Garrett Wilson and look at DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift popped off this week for 26 points. I don't know if I wonder what the update is. Is there any update on Nick Chubb?
Nothing yet. 21-day
practice window has been open for him. All right, so it's just some projected next week. I don't know if he'll be back that soon, but that might be something to look out for him. I mean, Dave did have Addison on his bench there. Kareem Hunt, nice pickup there. After Carson Steele's amazing performance, it looks like Kareem Hunt makes their plan as the number one over there in Kansas City, while the boys still recovering. Dave's been holding it down for having Christian McCaffrey too, and he had a number 2 pick.
Pretty decent stuff, but he's losing Rashid Rice, which is tough.
Yeah.
Rashid Rice.
What's up, Duck? Hi, bye, good night, Duck. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. If you guys like the stream, appreciate it. Yeah, that's a tough one. But both these teams, obviously really good. He literally almost won with a 0 from Rashid Rice, is one of his top players. So don't fret too much, Dave. Your team's still solid. If we look back at our standings, obviously the standings are going to change here.
He's still good.
I'll be moving down, of course, because I lost. You're moving up, right? You won. Ooh, you're moving up to second place, dude. All the 2-1s lost except for you. And then you'll be right behind Fantastic there. You do got more points scored for. Even though, or maybe Fantastic passed you now though, because he had, how much did you have this week? Oh yeah, Fantastic had a little bit more than you, but you guys are right there neck and neck. Dudes, Sarah's got the most points in the league.
Yeah, she's popping off. She's had a
tough schedule. One of the most points scored against. Poor Mari got the most points scored against. Things are shaking up a little bit right here. So all right, let's go over to our. We can briefly touch on our week 4. So we'll just show. And put all the players here. So week 4 highest score, obviously Derrick Henry. Justin Fields, who was a pickup for a lot of people on the week, he's available right now. Potential waiver wire pickup in our league for those of you with struggling quarterbacks.
Every week.
Mm-hmm. He's slowly come back to like that Justin Fields, that those dual quarterbacks, man, run and pass quarterbacks. Jared Goff available as well.
Yeah, they definitely get it busy.
Yeah, nice to see Jordan Love back. Chase Brown maybe on the radar, maybe for a waiver wire pickup. I don't know. He's kind of like splitting with Zach Moss a little bit, but Zach Moss still number 1 over there, I feel. Dante Vion Wicks, I don't see him being a consistent threat, but he had a big week. Your boy Jeremy McNichols. Jeremy McNichols, who runs behind Jaden McDonald's. I don't know. Let's see what our transaction trends are here. Is our transaction trends here? Looks like a lot of ads were for defenses. Obviously this is gonna update tomorrow, but Tucker Kraft might be a popular pickup this week. You have anybody on the radar for you? You're muted.
I was saying you could definitely go with the Wicks because he did pop off this week, but who knows, right?
Yeah. If he becomes the number 2 threat over there, Jordan Love throws enough to where, it'll still be good though.
Leggett might be one, or Chase Brown might be one.
Mm-hmm. Justice Hill kind of holds better value than a damn tight end, that's for sure, over there in Baltimore.
You're right about that.
We already mentioned Leggett. Yeah, Leggett's looking nice because he moves into that number 2 receiver spot now. He had 10 targets, so something to look at there. If you see him on waivers. Wandale as well. Wandale's up there. He's getting a lot of targets out there. Even with Malik Neighbors, he might be he's a solid like flex option probably. He's average, he's literally right around 10 points every week.
Yeah, so, he's right there.
Yeah, that's solid. Daniel Jones has actually been looking pretty good too. Just can't throw touchdown passes.
Yeah, exactly. Pick'ems.
Sorry. Ooh. Sorry, my freaking throat. Oh, wait, hold on real quick. We have to show the next week's matchups Tiffers asking about because she said that she's going to beat your ass. Right now, it looks like she is too. 87.75 to 79. So bye week start this week. So obviously that's why all the projected scores look low. We are in a half PPR league though too. So we don't score. If you score over 100 points, you have a pretty good chance of winning. I'll be going up against the defending champion, Mr. Here for Beer. We got Dan going up against Haktua, who is heating up now that he has some healthy players. We got Casey going up against an injury riddled Dave, but Dave still has a massive projection compared to him, highest projection.
Might have to make subs, so we'll see.
Yep. Madi going up against Fantastic. Can Madi's majestic team pull off the upset and just come out of nowhere and just be the one to beat Fantastic, who is her BFF? Battle of the BFFs matchup right here. Then we got Sarah, one of the highest scoring teams in the league, who just had a tough schedule, going up against Robert. I got Piffin against Tiffers. Do you have anything to say, Tiffers?
Oh, man, Tiffers, get ready for when I start my lineup because we're still gonna lose.
Nah. What if Tua just shows up and he's like, "Hey, yo, I'm ready. I'm gonna play."
Exactly.
It has to be one more week, right? Was it during week? It was during week 2. So can he play? No, he can't play till week 6 then, huh? I wonder if he could play because it's 3 full games. All right, let's go over to our pick'ems. Congratulations to Tiffers. If you don't know about our Pigskin Pick'em League, it's basically each week we have all the games against the spread. We have 13 people involved, or 13 players involved, and whoever gets the most correct picks against the spread wins. This week was my worst week, aside from last week where I forgot to make my picks for the first half of the day. I put up a measly 5 points there. Piffin finishing 1 behind. That Miami-Tennessee game is where the turntables there.
Yeah, the turntables for sure.
Tiffers getting her last 4 picks all correct to come from behind and win tonight. Congratulations, Tiffers. Oh, no Hurts or Brown when you play against her. So you lucking out. Strength of schedule, huh?
Brown been downtown Brown.
Yeah. Congrats to Tiffers. You will be winning a portion of your money back for this week. And let's take a look at our overview of our league standings. Obviously, this will be updated after this week's picks, but after our first 2 weeks, just like in the Brigade Fantasy Football League, I was up top, but now I'm at the bottom.
It started at the bottom, now we're here.
I know. Started at the top, now I'm here at the bottom. But yeah, like I said earlier, it was a $20 buy-in. We had 13 teams, and basically every week, 50 cents goes to every week, and the grand prize winner at the end of the season with the 2 lowest drop scores gets the grand prize, which will be around like $150. But congratulations, Tiffers.
Let's go, Tiffers.
All right, any other things? Sorry, we're speeding through this a little bit. We're both kind of under the weather right now, and I'm choking.
Facts.
And unfortunately, this week's gonna be a short episode. Finally. Yeah. Honestly, we've been trying to actually get this show down to hour 15 max. We've been going 2 hours or longer. We've been having a lot of great questions in the chat, obviously, every week. So if it seems like we're rushing a little bit, it's just more just because we're not feeling the best.
Like shit.
Yeah, we sound like shit basically. But with that being said, thank you guys again for coming through tonight. Appreciate you guys tuning into this week's episode. I would say, obviously the major injury to Rashee Rice. So, keep an eye on your waivers for, that. If you Xavier Worthy's going to step up.
Kelsey back finally.
Yeah, Kelsey finally had a good game this week. So it looks like he's going to have to kind of step up sooner rather than later in that absence. So, be ready for that. I don't know if you might be wanting to look at Juju Smith-Schuster. There's also shit. Yeah,
baby. It's all
I'm out of water, that's why. So now I gotta go get water after this. Imagine being in Delano and not driving the extra hour to see you, dude. It would have been an extra 2 hours. But either way, though, I thought you said you were on lockdown on weekends until next week, until October. We'll see you soon, Siffers. We'll see you soon. Yeah, you have anything else for everybody out there?
I think that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Sorry we had to push through, but we're all both a little.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it through here. We want to be consistent with the episodes. So
yes, no missed episodes this season. All right. So appreciate you guys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Monday.
All right. Peace.